sure you check out our new sponsor, The Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products, from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, what's going on? Once again, we back. Goodfellow Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the videos. And he mad because the windows rolled up and it's raining. But appreciate it. Much love. Keep sharing the videos. I told you more football talk gonna come. And apparently Tom Brady, the Patriots could be making this, laying the red carpet for Tom Brady to get up out of New England. Apparently they find out that after the season, his contract could be voided after his extension, and then they can void it, or they can negotiate a new one, and then a year after that they can void it again, do the same thing. And also Tom Brady and his team made sure there was no franchise tag that could be placed on him if he does become a free agent after this season. So they would have to negotiate a new deal, and I'll link an article in the description, before the 2019 league year end. That's maybe March, maybe something like that. So from that aspect of it, it could be he on a year-to-year deal basically. He on a trial run basis. So he 40-something fucking years old. You know what I'm saying? What is he, 40? He'll be 42 this year. And shout out to the University of Michigan. I remember he was at Michigan. I'm gonna go back with Michigan. I remember he was battling with Drew Henson, and they was giving Drew Henson every opportunity. And Drew Henson, he just wasn't no good quarterback. He was perhaps the best, prospect football player, athlete in general to ever come out the state of Michigan, baseball and football. But that don't mean at high school, don't mean you or college you a good quarterback. And he wasn't. Tom Brady was always, Drew Henson to dig him in the hole, and Tom Brady would always be bringing him back. So I don't think a lot of people appreciate it. And University of Michigan at the time, Lloyd Carr, they didn't appreciate Tom Brady's. They didn't appreciate what he brought to the table and how terrific he was and how great he was. But that's a story for another day. But 42-year-old quarterback, you're not about to invest in him. Like they invest money in Carson Wentz, even though Carson Wentz been injury prone his whole football career. Look like going back to North Dakota State and maybe going back to college. He need to hit the weight room. Quarterbacks kill me not trying to hit the weight room. You got to hit the weight room. They worry about their throwing mechanics, man. Him especially, he got weak bones. But with Tom Brady, 42-year-old quarterback. Bill Belichick already tried to trade him or do something with him so they can make room for Jimmy Garoppolo to come in. Obviously, Tom Brady, he went above to his head of Robert Kraft and stopped that. But obviously it was the right move. They ended up getting another Super Bowl, or maybe two at the time. They got two. But, it is, everything got to come to an end. And Tom Brady put his mansion, him and his wife put a $40 million mansion in Massachusetts up for sale. So he could be preparing to retire and just say, you know what, fuck it. I don't think he really want to leave and start a legacy or do a Joe Montana, start a legacy somewhere else. I think he want to be a Patriot for life. So if they push him out the door, it can't be the aspect of he seemed to be a guy that looks for motivation anywhere. There might be to motivate and go somewhere else and show that, like Peyton Manning, he ain't a system quarterback, and the Patriots made a mistake. Or it may be a situation where he might be like, it's time to move on and bow out. But who do the Patriots got to groom, Tom Brady, the backup Tom Brady? I don't know if they took a quarterback, and I'm not familiar with their roster at whole, but I don't know who they thinking about getting. Do they think about moving up in the draft next year for Tua, Justin Herbert? The year after, they gonna look at the kid from Clemson. So I think they preparing. I think they should be prepared for a quarterback to be groomed right now. I don't know if they picked a quarterback high, but Tom Brady can't play forever, man. And you don't really want to push somebody out the door, but sometimes you got to push these old dudes out the door that's trying to get the bag. I seen it in the plant. Dude, 70 years old, still trying to get the bag. Just retire, go be a Walmart greeter. You know what I'm saying? I seen people get injured, hurt, get killed in the plant. All these old people. Sometimes you got to let it go. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady it's a saying in boxing that we use. Don't let the sport retire you. And too many times, guys in boxing, they don't want to go out on top. Too many times, they don't want to go out on top. They don't want to just have. They just don't want to, oh, you know what? I just, I'm done. Now I accomplished everything in the sports. I'm done. Everybody always want to add extra icing on the cake. Everybody always want to put extra on there. Just when your time comes, he should retire. He should have retired, after they won the Super Bowl. But you don't want to have what ifs or what if I would have stayed, and what if I just I could have got to 10 Super Bowls. But sometimes you got to enjoy your life. You robbing your kids. Your 40s is supposed to be for your family. You got a wife at home. She ready for you to retire, I bet you. And let the Patriots move on. Let Belichick prove that he can win without you. Or he can't win without you, So for him, he could be on the chopping block. He could be ready to go. But I hope that ain't the situation for him. I hope he don't get retired. I hope he don't go out there, suffer a Joe Theismann injury or Alex Smith injury, or get concussed. But you can't touch the quarterback nowadays. That's the difference. That's why it's hard for me to say that a guy from this era is the GOAT. It's hard. Because Joe Theismann, Joe Montana, John Elway, Brett Favre, they played in a different era where they was hitting the quarterback. They was tearing the quarterback out the frame. There wasn't no strike zone. And also it wasn't no 5-yard chuck rule, press rule. We only could press and touch the receiver within 5 yards. Like Jerry Rice was getting it off the muscle, getting held, and he was getting it off the muscle. That's why it's hard. That's for me, Joe Montana to go. Not love Tom Brady, but I like Joe Montana as the GOAT because he came from that era where it wasn't versed for offense to be dominant. You know what I'm saying? It's handicapped for offenses to be dominant in today's NFL. And you could touch the receiver. You can't touch the receivers down the field. So that's my opinion on it. But it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. I'll link an article in the description. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business question, inquiry, response, ship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Appreciate the love, support. Blessings to all, man. Check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. One time for the one time. Goodfella Sports TV. We gone.